Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. We're here at Extreme Arena, where the Iowa Hawkeyes will take on the number 7 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. Again, welcome. I'm John Evans. Hawkeyes come into the match 6-5 on the season, having swept the Hawkeye Invitational last weekend. A good weekend for the Hawkeyes. Again, catching all three wins in straight sets. Amaya Jones, the senior middle hitter, was named the tournament MVP. Toyosi Anabanjo and Addie Vanderweide were also both named to the all-tournament team. Looking back at the other tournaments the Hawkeyes have played in this season, Michelle Urquhart was named to the Cardinal and Black all-tournament team when the Hawkeyes were over in Ames. Libero Mari Hinkle was named to the Pac-12 Big Ten Challenge back when Iowa ventured out to Boulder, Colorado, and took on Washington and the University of Colorado. And then when the Hawks opened the season down in Oklahoma, Toyosi Anabanjo and Delaney McSweeney were named to the middle hitters. I'm sorry, to the middle hitters. They were named to the all-tournament team. I'm going to take just a quick break, get some housekeeping things organized, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar.
Hello, Hawkeye fans. I'm Bruce Titus, Director of Dining Services at Oaknall. We are presently hiring full-time and part-time cooks to work in one of our 4 dining venues. Our cook shifts end at 8 p.m., meaning no late nights and more time with friends and family. We work with fresh foods and we show off your creativity. Does having paid time off and benefits sound good to you? Learn more. Go to oaknall.com. Go Hawks!
Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Ohio State finishing up their last serve and pass. The Hawkeyes will be out shortly. Ohio State comes into the match 4-4 on the season, but that's a little misleading, as Ohio State is, in their 8 matches this season, have played 7 ranked teams, including number 1 ranked Texas twice. They've opened the season with Texas, took a set but lost both matches. Then played San Diego, lost, so opened the season 0-3. Rattled off 4 straight wins, including at number 3 Louisville versus number 10 BYU and at number 5 Georgia Tech. So good stretch there. Swept their only unranked opponent of the season in Tennessee. And then lost last Sunday at number 12 Pittsburgh, our old friend Courtney Bazario's new home. And they got swept in straight sets there. So 4-4 on the season, but 7th ranked in the country. And again, when you look at the Big Ten strength overall, national championship match last year was played by Big Ten teams. 6 of the top 11 teams in the country this week are Big Ten teams: Nebraska, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Minnesota, Penn State, and Purdue, along with Michigan, Northwestern, and Illinois all gathering votes. I think the last thing I saw was the Iowa winning, or the Big Ten winning percentage. The Big Ten winning percentage led as a conference. So through the beginning portion of the season here, the Big Ten, as they start to beat each other up now, has the best record against every other conference. So fantastic start for the Big Ten. And as you'll hear as we talk to Coach Barnes, that's a big thing of his welcome to the Big Ten is now, how do you get your team ready night after night after night to face high-quality opponents? Not that you don't in other conferences, but there really just isn't a night off in the Big Ten. And you see it in the attitude, how the Hawkeyes have taken the floor. I've been to some practices and seen the just the looseness, the energy that they play with. It's been fun. They serious enough and turn it on when they need to, and so it's been pretty good. As we talked about Ohio State earlier and their tough schedule, really hasn't held them back statistically too much, as Ohio State leads the Big Ten in assists per set and they're third in kills per set. So setter Mac Pedraza, has been very good running the offense for the Buckeyes and getting the ball where it needs to get to and doing her thing. So great start there for the Buckeyes. As I mentioned, had a chance to talk to Coach Barnes as we got ready for serve and pass, and we're going to go ahead and break to that right now. Here's Coach Barnes. Teams coming in.
Yeah, it's exciting. We've been looking forward to this day to get the Big Ten schedule started, and we get to be home and playing a ranked team, number 7 Ohio State. So, this is why you play.
And we were talking a little bit last week about closing matches out, 1 point at a time, those types of things. Team did a great job of that. They took some punches and fought them off. Heard the message yesterday in practice. We've played some golf. Tell me a little bit about how you keep that mindset here, as it's not, oh my gosh, this is the 7th ranked Buckeyes, this is the 11th ranked Boilermakers. What are you doing with that?
Yeah, it's important that we focus on what we can control and focus on us. And how you shrink that focus is really to the 1 point at a time mentality. If you're thinking about too many big things, you're not going to be able to do the simple things. And that's what we've got to do as a team. We got to do those simple things extremely well. And the only way you can do that is by being focused on what we do. If we can focus more on our side of the net and what we do, it'll impact the other side of the nets, all right? And that's where our mentality's got to be. It's got to be about us.
Does that fall into those practice drills too, where it's, hey, we're trying to score points, but then limiting the errors, that type of thing?
Yeah, we've talked so much about being aggressive that I think, our players kind of took that overboard a little, and we had to reel that back in and we got to play clean. And so we really been, measuring everything we do in practice to make sure we limit those errors and we don't beat ourselves. We're going to go in these games, and every team's going to have to earn it. If they're going to win against this team, against Iowa, they're going to have to earn every point.
You served really well last weekend. Maya tied a career high with aces, and Mickey had, I think it was 4 or 5 in one of the other matches. That's that aggressive, almost spot serving too a little bit.
Right. Yeah, and that's one of the 2 things we got to do to beat this team tonight is they have a little weakness in serve receive. We've got to really exploit it by serving them tough. And then we have to out-team them. They got a couple of great individual players. We got to be the better team tonight and hurt them from all 3 areas of the front row in our 6-2 offense. If we can out-team them, we've got a shot.
So talk a little bit about what are we going to see from them? Who's the primary couple hitters that we're going to see tonight?
Yeah, the right side is just she's a force, and she's in the game 6 rotations at front row, back row. So we got to slow her down. If she's going really well, they're tough to beat. But if you can serve them tough and make her diggable by serving the setter and getting the setter off the net, that's where it really starts slowing them down. They got other great hitters that we got to play great defense and dig really well. but it's really slowing down that right side.
You try to serve her too, kind of keep her off, maybe make her work a little bit more so she can't just think offense.
Yeah, we'll surprise her and drop a ball in her area every now and again, but they have a couple of passers that will pass off the net, so we're really working on getting it to, their number 18 and then their number 8, number 1. There's 3 passers that if we get after them, we can get that ball off the net.
Kind of same basic idea for you this week again. Work the middles to set up maybe some one-on-ones for the pins.
Yes, our middles started, and if we can establish that 3 set, that quick set up the middle, it'll open up our right side, where our right side can really give them damage. Because I think their blocking isn't great on that side of the ball. So if we can attack with the right side as well, that's when we'll be really going.
Yeah, you saw and seen it in practice. You kind of just that defense just draws in that little bit, gives Toy free swings out there, which is always a good thing for you.
Yeah, for sure. Her and Adina have really given us that extra punch, especially if our middles get going early. They can then be isolated on that right side, and that's when, all that's predicated on us passing well, and we've been passing well, and we need to continue that, against this team.
I'll let you go. I know we were joking beforehand about the preseason timing, so we'll learn through this. But thanks for your time, and good luck tonight, Coach.
Yeah, thank you, John.
That was Coach Jim Barnes. We'll be back. And welcome back. Welcome back to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. We're just getting rolling here with the starting lineups. We'll see how I do when they turn the lights down here. Don't have the official lineups yet from the starting lineups. Haven't been updated yet on the list here, but we'll get a quick look at Ohio State. We've got an all new intro here tonight as they use their new uniforms. Should be a lot of fun. Tested the sound, ran it through good. Again, Buckeyes come into the match tonight ranked 7th in the country, one of 6 Big Ten teams in the top 11. And you heard Coach Barnes talk about the 1 point at a time mentality. We were talking, we've played enough golf, the 1 shot at a time, those types of things of just staying focused on what you can do. And we were talking pre-interview, and the big thing there was, he said as he interviewed for the job, as he came in, as he started talking to the team early, it was about what's the rest of the Big Ten look like. And finally he just kind of stopped people and said, forget what's the rest of the Big Ten look like. What do we look like? What do we want to do? What are our goals? And you start focusing on controlling the controllables, I guess is the best way to say it. And so a big stretch here for the Hawks. That first thing, control what you can control, and try to just step up that way. As I look through the Buckeye stats, Emily Londot's she'll be the go-to, the right side that Coach mentioned, 4.22 kills per set, hitting .251 on the season, 7 service aces. She's got averages .63 blocks per set, so a lot of good work. Sarah Sue Morbitzer, Kylie Murr is the libero. Gabby Gonzalez is the other high activity outside. Mac Pedraza, Adria Powell, Riley Rader, and Emily Londot round out their starting lineup. Toyosi Anabanjo, sophomore from Houston, Texas. Delaney McSweeney, the 6'7" junior middle, transfer from Wake Forest. Center Point, Iowa, Lily Tessier. Sets for the Hawkeyes. She's a transfer from Florida State. Amaya Jones, one of the Hawkeye all-time leading hitters from a hitting percentage standpoint. Senior from Indianapolis. Mari Hinkle, the libero. Mari's done a great job, as I mentioned earlier, leads the Big Ten in total digs and digs per set. Michelle Urquhart, the transfer from Tulane, came with Coach Barnes. She's been a great addition. Coach Barnes calls her just a complete student of the game. A little bit of a 6 rotation do-it-all player. And Addie Vanderweide now in her sophomore season. Sophomore from Ada, Michigan. Really another 6 rotation player. Really doing a nice job all the way around. Pushing tempo, great back row player. And I guess you'd describe her as crafty, and she's starting to add a little bit more power, reaching that the Big Ten level of power here. Those were our starting lineups, brought to you by Quickstar. Hawkeyes wearing white. Mari in gold, and Addie Vanderweide to serve. Good first pass. Comes on the right side slide. There it is off the tape. Tessier can't get it dug up. And that's Londot's first kill. Gonna see a lot of action on those right side slides. Just posting her up. Gonzalez back to serve. She runs forward, floats it over. Vanderweide, good pass. Outside to Urquhart, has to roll it. Murr gets the dig, but can't get it any place useful. Kill for Urquhart. Tied at 1. Hinkle goes back to serve. Hawks will serve a lot from the 5 spot or the 1 spot. 1 is the, we'll get into that after the Hinkle fires. Goes to the deep corner. Murr, bad pass. Londot rolls it over. Tessier takes it. Hinkle runs over. She gives it out to Anabanjo. Blocked and back on the Hawkeye side. Block from Powell and Moore. 2-1. So the traditional server spots 1. You go to front right, 2, 3, 4 across the front row. 5 that back left corner, and 6 back middle. Murr to serve. Knocks it over at Hinkle. Hinkle gives it to Tessier. Jones in the middle, goes off the block and scores. Tied at 2 as she hits it off Rader and Londot. Over to Mr. Talcott in the front row. Toyosi back to serve now. Toyosi knocks it back into that 5 spot. Off the net, big swing coming. Hinkle with the one-handed dive, but can't get it. Moore with the big swing and the kill, 3-2 Ohio State. Anabanjo and Tessier go out. Ortega and Schmidt come in. And Hawks running modified 6-2. Had a couple rotations early in the year they were having a hard time getting out of. Switched to this. Londot serves. Urquhart, good pass to Ortega. Slide to Jones. Sharp cross and scores. Beautiful play. Tied at 3. Jones with 2 early kills. Mickey back to serve. Urquhart spins it, comes forward, knocks it into the net. Trying to go that sharp cross, 5-5 position again. Missed out that time. Morbitzer comes in to serve. Comes forward, hits Vanderweide in the 5 spot. Ortega can't go up and get it. Urquhart with a great dig. Schmidt gives the ball to Jones. Jones off the block, out of bounds, scores. What a play by the Hawks. Scramble play there. Urquhart on her toes, caught the overpass. Made a good play. Tied at 4. Jones to serve. That's an ace serve. Dropped it right in front of the libero in the 6th spot. Right in the middle of the donut. Hawks with their first lead, 5-4. Jones again, put some juice on that one. Sails it long. Tried to catch them leaning on their toes. Went to the same spot, but put a little more on it. Second service error of the set. 5-5 now. Raider back to serve for the Buckeyes. Knocks it over at Hinkle. Diving play. Ortega dumps it over. That'll go as a kill for Bailey. Caught him off guard. Middle got a hand on it, but basically just knocked it away from Morbitzer. She tried to dive in and get it. Ortega and Schmidt go out. On a banjo back to the front row. Tessier to the service line. 6-5, Hawks on top here in the early going. Ortega, middle set coming. Diving play by Hinkle. Hawks get it over. Ball's coming back. Pedraza the middle again. No mistake there as Powell gets that one. Urquhart, Tessier, McSweeney. Kill. 7-6, Hawks on top. Sorry for the pause there. I was glancing at the scouting report. Ohio State doesn't use their middles a ton. Really trying to make an adjustment there as they work the middles hard on that. 7-6, Hawks on top. Vanderwide to serve. Goes to the 6th spot. Murr takes it, pushes it outside. Gonzalez fires it off Hinkle. Gonzalez with her first, tied at 7. Right back to serve now. Side out volleyball here in the early going. Gonzalez comes right down the line at Vanderwide. Hinkle platforms at Urquhart. It goes high off the block. Pedraza has to take it. Murr platforms at DeLondot off the block. Back onto the Buckeye side. Urquhart and McSweeney give the Hawks the lead, 8-7. Hinkle to serve. Goes to the far corner. Murr takes it, bad pass. Platforms it. Big swing high off the block, and that'll go for a point. Big swing by Moore. Kill number 2 for her. Murr back to serve again. Runs forward. Good solid serve. Hinkle. Tessier on a banjo. Block straight down. Moore and Raider get the block. Buckeyes retake the lead, 9-8. Murr runs forward. Flat serve at Hinkle. Tessier on a banjo again. High off the block this time. Urquhart uses hands. Tessier outside Urquhart. Dug up. Londot's going to get a swing. It's tight. Goes off Tessier and into the crowd. First 2-point lead of the match goes to the Buckeyes. It's 10-8. Murr again. Another good flat serve. Drops, bottom falls out of it. 11-8 Buckeyes. See what Coach Barnes does. He's going to go ahead and call a timeout. Buckeyes on a 4-0 run have taken an 11-8 lead here in the first set. We're going to go ahead and take just a short break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. Iowa Volleyball is brought to you by University of Iowa Sports Medicine, offering sports injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation to athletes of all ages and skill levels. University of Iowa Sports Medicine, team physician of your Iowa Hawks. Back and forth set, broken up a little bit by the 4-0 scoring run from the Buckeyes. It's 11-8 now. Amaya Jones with 3 early kills for the Hawkeyes. Buckeyes have been keying on Toyosiana Banjo, though. 2 blocks on her 2 swings, on her 3 swings. Put around just a couple digs for the Hawks, 2 digs for Pedraza. Murr to serve again, floats that one over. Hinkle, good pass to Tessier. Jones out of the middle, scores. Amaya's got 4. If the Buckeyes want to focus on the pins, Hawks will feed the middle and see what happens. Big stop there from the Hawks. Anna Banjo to serve. Toy comes forward, knocks it down. Good pass there, right on the net. Pushed it outside more, rolled into the block. Pedraza outside, Londot right down the line. Caught Mari right in the face again. She looks to be all right. She got smoked. Londot makes it 12-9. Londot to serve now. Right down the line. Vanderwide off the net. Ortega outside. Schmidt's blocked. Hawks cover it though. Hinkle will have to free ball it over. Londot, Pedraza. Big high swing there from Rader, and that'll go for a kill, her first. 13-9. Londot again, runs it forward, floats that one. That drops into the 4-5 spot. Hawks have to free ball it over. Londot pushes it outside. Moore has to tip. Ortega's there. Hinkle's at the net, platforms it behind her, and the Hawks will have to just send it over. Pedraza tipped over. Hinkle gets it up in the air. No call. Hawks get it over. Pedraza outside. Moore, big swing, blocked. Hawks had no business winning that point and get it on the block from Jones and Urquhart, or Jones and Schmidt. 13-10. Jones and Urquhart, sorry. Mickey back to serve again. Knocks it a good sharp one over. Gonzalez can't handle it. Murr pushes it outside to Moore. Big swing, dug by Hinkle. Vanderwide platforms it, back row from Urquhart. Big swing, high off the block. Murr plays it. Pedraza, middle attack, blocked. Jones and Schmidt. Hawks crawl back to within 2, 13-11. Urquhart tries to float that one into the 2 spot, misses short. Third service error for the Hawks, 14-11. It's that tough mix. You have to serve aggressively enough that you don't let Ohio State have free swings at you. Morbitzer to Hinkle, bad pass. Vanderwide gets to it. Urquhart actually gets a little swing. Londot, Pedraza outside. Gonzalez has to roll it over. Ortega, Vanderwide platforms it. Morbitzer, Pedraza slide, tipped. Diving play by Schmidt. Hinkle, Vanderwide tries to do way too much, chopped it over on this. Goes sharp and goes wide, 15-11. Good hustle and good fight. Morbitzer, good sharp serve. Vanderwide, bad pass. Schmidt platforms it. Urquhart into the net from the back row. That'll draw another timeout from Coach Barnes. 16-11, Buckeyes starting to sneak away here in the first set on a 3-0 run. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. 3-0 run by the Buckeyes have them up 16-11. Emily Londot, 3 kills on 5 swings. Janasia Morse, 2 kills on 6 swings. Hawkeyes winning the battle 294-263, but Buckeyes getting more attempts, 19 swings and 8 kills. Amaya Jones with 4 kills on her 4 swings, and the rest of the Hawkeyes just, actually not the rest of the Hawkeyes, are just kind of struggling to find a little bit of a rhythm. Passing's broken up here a little bit. They'll have to get a little bit better. Morbitzer fires that one over, goes through Vanderweid's hands. Hinkle did a nice job to chase it down, but that'll be an ace serve, 17-11. Morbitzer again, floats that one. Vanderweid takes it, ball's off the net. Ortega pushes it to Jones. She's dug by Londot. Pedraza chased it down, Londot from the back, tips it wide. Smart play as she tried to come up for the tip, didn't just push it over, tried to push it all the way back into the 1 spot. Misses though. Hawks stop the run. Jones to serve. Knocks that one flat at Morbitzer. Good pass though, right on the net, and Pedraza goes up and dunks it right over McSweeney. 18-12 on Pedraza's first kill. Rader back to serve now. Runs it forward, knocks it over. Vanderweid, better pass. Ortega, backside to Schmidt, off the block and scores. First kill for Adina. It's 18-13. Tessier to serve. She'll need to string a couple together here for the Hawks. Lilly goes flat. Pedraza, backside. Londot, big swing, dug by Urquhart. Tessier chases it down, platforms Adana Banjo. Has to roll it over. Murr takes it. Pedraza, outside. Gonzalez, big swing, dive by Hinkle. Oof. Toyosi uses the 2-hand swat. It's called for double contact, 19-13. Give that kill to Gonzalez more than likely. Pedraza back to serve. Fires a good flat serve. Urquhart can't handle. Another ace serve. 3 on the set. 20-13. Hawks have been good in general in serve receive. Ohio State, that ball sails long, 20-14. Ohio State just averages over 1 ace per set, 1.15. Gonzalez with 9 on the season. Vanderweid to serve. Drops that one in. Hawks get their own ace as she drops that right in the 6th spot. Again, hits that donut. 20-15. Hawks creep a little closer. See if Addie's got anything more. Comes forward, same spot, a little bit deeper though. Pedraza, middle attack, blocked. McSweeney gets the better of Powell. 20-16. Vanderweid again. Same spot, Pedraza outside. Gonzalez tips it off the block and scores. Wasn't the greatest set, but boy, she did a lot with it as she pushed it off the block. Good tool there, 21-16. Gonzalez second kill. Gonzalez. That ball's over. What a diving play. Outside Moore. Dug by Hinkle. Vanderweid's going to chase that down. Urquhart's going to get a swing into the net. Love the aggressiveness, but you got to make them win the point. That's twice now we've done that. That's what we talked before about making them earn the point, not giving them away. Gonzalez at Vanderweid, much better pass. Tessier to middle to McSweeney, block. Hawks get that back somehow. Gonzalez, Pedraza, Moore. Dug by Hinkle, but that'll go out of bounds on the Ohio State side. 23-16 Buckeyes. Gonzalez again. Good flat serve. Hinkle, pass off the net. Tessier chased it down. Urquhart, dug up by Murr. Pedraza, backside to Londot, dug by Vanderweid over right in front of me. Set point Buckeyes. Gonzalez will try to close it out for the Buckeyes. Floats it over. Vanderweid diving play on Abanjo has to get it. Hinkle will have to platform it over. Londot, Pedraza, Moore. And that'll do it. Big effort there from the Buckeyes. Pulled away to finish it on a 5-0 run. 25-16 is the finisher. Buckeyes lead 1-0. We'll go ahead and step away here for a minute. 25-16, the Buckeyes take the first. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. Buckeyes flexed their muscle at the end of the first set. Ran out to a 25-16 win. Janasia Moore and Emily Londot, 4 kills apiece. Moore hitting .333, Londot hitting .375. Throw in a couple from Gabby Gonzalez, hitting .500. Buckeyes with 13 kills, just 4 errors, hit .310 there in the first set. Hawkeyes hit .217, but had just 8 kills. As the serve receive broke down there a little bit at the end of the set, and they weren't able to get many good swings. Amaya Jones with 4 kills on 8 swings, or I'm sorry, 4 kills on 5 swings, hitting .800. McSweeney's got a kill out of the middle as well on 2 swings. 10 assists for Mac Pedraza. 4 for Lily Tessier. Couple aces for the Hawks. 3 aces for the Buckeyes. We also had 3 digs from Kylie Murr and Mac Pedraza. 2 from Bailey Ortega. 5 from Mari Hinkle. showing why she leads the Big Ten in that category. Iowa did have 4 blocks, but the Hawkeyes gave too many free balls away there. And as we talked with Coach Barnes in the pregame, that line between being aggressive and hurting yourself, Hawkeyes crossed that a couple times and hurt themselves. And you make a good dig, try to go ahead and force the Buckeyes to score the point one more time. The Hawkeyes will roll back out. Again, the 7th-ranked Buckeyes. Third-year coach Jen Flynn Oldenburg. If I remember correctly, Coach of the Year in her first year. I say that because I'm pretty sure I voted for her. She came in that first season, kind of surprised everybody with what the Buckeyes accomplished. I suppose surprised everybody but those in the Buckeye program. 47-14 in her 3 years with the Buckeyes. Gonzalez right down at Hinkle. Tessier to Anabanjo. The Hawks score. Toy beats the block that time. McSweeney goes out. Jones comes into the front row. Hinkle will go back to serve. She goes across court. Moore. Ball's off the net. Pedraza pushes it right side. Lawn dot high off the block. Vanderwide. Tessier. Anabanjo again. Hawks could use a little NBA jam from the 90s with Toyoshi's hand if she's on fire right now. 2 swings, 2 kills for her to start the second set. Hinkle goes short, 4-5 spot. Pedraza back row to Gonzalez off the block, but it rattles away from Hinkle, 2-1. Gonzalez, good back row kill for her third. Murtha libero back into serve. Good flat serve again. Vanderwide to Tessier. Right side, Anabanjo has to tip this time. Moore takes it. Gonzalez uses hands. Moore gets a big swing. Smokes it. Wow. Tied at 2 now. Back-to-back points. 5 for Moore. Murr jogs forward. Fires that one. Vanderwide steps in front. Tessier middle to Jones. Gonzalez one-hands it and gets in the air. Moore's going to get a swing, tips it off the block. Jones takes it. Tessier, back row from Vanderwide, high off the block. Pedraza takes it. Murray uses hands to lawn dot. Tips it. Anabanjo's there. Tessier, Jones tips. Middle's there. Murr takes it. Lawn dot. Big swing off the block, scores. Good scramble from the Hawks, better scramble from the Bucks. 3-2, they lead. Murr to serve. Floats that one over. Vanderwide, Tessier. Urquhart, set was behind her, but she still gets it. Hawks stop the run, tied at 3 now. See what Anabanjo can do from the service line. Tessier in the front row here. She goes sharp cross to 5. Moore off the net. Back row to Gonzalez. Big swing. Dug up. Hinkle chases it down. Urquhart's going to platform that one over. Gonzalez takes it. Pedraza to the middle. Scores. Give that one to Rader. Buckeye bench wanted 4 contacts on the Hawks. Couldn't tell when the 2 liberos dove for it, or the 2 back row players dove for it. Buckeyes win the point anyway on the Raider kill. Lawn dot to serve. Good flat serve. Off the net's Ortega. Jones has to go behind her. Tipped right back. She tipped and Rader sent it right back to her. 5-4 Buckeyes. 5-3 Buckeyes, sorry. Ortega works hard to get the ball to the middle. Jones wasn't really ready for that one. Hinkle, good pass to Ortega. Backside to Urquhart. Gonzalez takes it. Pedraza, backside to Londot, tips. Jones just punches it right back. Pedraza takes it again. Murr behind her to Moore. Big swing, blocked. Urquhart and Jones get the block as they shut down Moore that time. Hawks back to within 1, 5-4. Urquhart to serve. Goes sharp cross, Moore. Tough pass, Pedraza dunks it over. Ortega, Urquhart, Schmidt. Gonzalez with the dig. Pedraza back outside to Moore. Off the block, Ortega can't get her hands up quick enough. Moore leads everybody. She's got 6 now. She'll check out. Morbitzer comes back in. 6-4 Buckeyes on top. Morbitzer fires that one. Vanderwide. Ortega. Jones blocked. Hinkle covers. Urquhart pushes it to Vanderwide. High off the block. Covered. Pedraza. Middle attack. Dunked right down by Rader. Nice change of direction kill there from Rader. 7-4. Morbitzer spent a lot of time at the service line. Hawks need to get her off there. Hinkle. Ortega out to Vanderwide. Blocked back onto the Hawk side. Pedraza and Rader. It's 8-4. Morbitzer again. Off the net. Ortega behind her to Schmidt. Sails it long. No touch from anybody. Coach Barnes asking his players. Not going to call for a touch, but will call timeout. 9-4, Buckeyes on another run. Hawks will need to get a stop to it. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, sponsored by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball and Extreme Arena. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Take a closer look and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn. And those connections translate into wins for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin. 8-4, Buckeyes lead now here in set 2 after taking the first, 25-16. Kind of the same story that we ran into in the first set. Hawkeyes are able to get out a little bit, or at least play toe-to-toe. And then the Buckeyes have a little bit of a flex and sneak away. So 9-4. Just checking that Morbitzer has served a ton of times in the first set. Here at the line again. Goes flat. Vanderwide, Ortega behind her to Schmidt, blocked. Hinkle gets it back over the net, but out of play. That was a solo block for Gonzalez on Schmidt, 10-4. Morbitzer again. Brilliant serve there. And that overpass leads to a Raider kill. 11-4. Vanderwide will check out. Nia Washington will see her first action, the freshman. She is springy and brings a heck of a wallop. Morbitzer goes right at her off the tape. Ortega Right side to Schmidt, has to tip. Gonzalez one-hands it. Pedraza gets it right back to Gonzalez. High off the block. They're going to get that ball over. Murr platforms it. Schmidt stepped in front of Urquhart and then didn't actually take it. Ball just falls off her arms. 12-4. Hawks will make a switch here. Schmidt goes out. Tessier comes back in. Not sure what the Hawks are going to do in rotation here with two setters on the floor. But at this point, you're on a 7-0 run. You've got to find a way to stop it here. And Hawks just not sharp right now. Morbitzer fires that one. Catches a break as she sails it over the back line. 12-5. McSweeney comes back in. Hinkle takes a quick break. Jones to serve. Could be a long break if Amaya can get on a little run. Goes at Morbitzer. Ball's tight. Pedraza goes outside to Gonzalez, and she hammers it home. Fourth kill for her. 13-5. Buckeyes back to serve. That's Taylor. Urquhart. Tessier outside to Washington. Blocked. Covered. Not blocked as it hit the tape and never came across. So hitting air for Washington. 14-5. Taylor again. Goes off of, I believe it was Hinkle. 15-5 as the Hawks in a different rotation. Coach Barnes will go ahead and use his second timeout. We'll take it as well. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball. Hawk fans, Oak Knoll is presently hiring full-time and part-time cooks to work in one of our 4 dining venues. Our cooks' shifts end at 8 p.m., meaning no late nights and more time with family and friends. We work with fresh foods and we show off your creativity. Does having paid time off and benefits sound good to you? Learn more. Go to oakknoll.com/join our team. Go Hawks. Another 5-0 run here for the Buckeyes. Has stretched the lead here in set 2 to 15-5. Hawks experimenting with the lineup a little bit now, trying to find a way to get a side out. Claw back here. As Ortega and Tessier both on the floor. Taylor to serve. Buckeyes hitting .417 here in set 2. Hawks negative .077. Taylor floats it over. Catches the back line as Washington steps away. Ace serve for Taylor. Her second in 3 serve attempts. Taylor again. Goes hard. Urquhart. McSweeney, wide. Hawks having a hard time getting out of their own way right now. Buckeyes putting tons of pressure on. Taylor to serve, 17-5. Urquhart, Tessier, McSweeney, Morbitzer. Londot chases that down but can't quite get it. Gets up close and personal with her Somebody on the Buckeye bench. Good hustle from Londot, 17-6. We'll see if the Hawks have any answer here. Don't think you expect to come back from this type of deficit against the 7th-ranked team in the country, but you hope to build some momentum for set 3 and see if you can play a little longer. Tessier to serve for the Hawks. Sails it long. Well, we talked a ton about limiting the errors. Hawks now with 4 service errors and 8 attack errors. Just had 9 in the match Saturday against UNI. Pedraza to serve. Floats it. Hinkle. Tessier outside on a banjo. Off the tape, rolls out of bounds. 19-6. Pedraza again, a little deeper, a little bigger run this time. Goes harder. Hinkle, good pass to Tessier. Right side. Washington. Dug up by Gonzalez. Hawk side, Joust. Hawks in the net. I think that was McSweeney that was called in the net. 20-6. Give that kill, I believe. I guess Powell's going to get it. Pedraza sails it long, 20-7. Vanderwide will come back in to serve. Washington checks out. Vanderwide floats it into the 4-hole. Tipped over. Tessier, Hinkle on a banjo. Dug by Pedraza. Murr outside Londot. Big swing. Block back onto the Hawkeye side now. Tessier outside Urquhart. Goes off Pedraza and scores. Mickey's got 3 now. 20-8. And you don't necessarily need the heroics here. You just need to build some momentum. Vanderwide, another good short serve. Morbitzer, outside Gonzalez, right down the line and scores. She's got 6 on 10 swings now. 21-8, Gonzalez back to serve. She heads over to that 5 spot. Runs forward, right down the line, or in the middle to Hinkle. Tessier, behind Urquhart, tipped, Moore takes it. Pedraza behind her to Londot. Sharp cross, Tessier can't dig it up, 22-8. It's Gonzalez with the big kill. I'm sorry, that was Londot with the kill. She also has 6. Gonzalez floats that one over. Vanderwide can't get there. 23-8. Buckeyes have rattled off 4 aces this set, 7 now in total. Gonzalez goes right back at Hinkle. Tessier, Urquhart. Sharp cross dug by Murr. Outside to Moore. Tessier chases it down. Vanderwide platforms it. Urquhart, big swing, blocked. That was Powell and Londot sitting on top of that one. It's 24-8. Gonzalez will look to finish it. Goes right down the line. Catches the back line. At 24-8, I'm not sure that Coach Barnes is going to challenge that. He'll let it go. Ace serve is the 5th of the set, and the Buckeyes just roll 25-8 in set 2. We'll take a little bit longer break this time, as we've got the halftime break here. 25-16, 25-8. Buckeyes lead 2-0. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar.
Hello, Hawkeye fans. I'm Bruce Titus, Director of Dining Services at Oaknall. We are presently hiring full-time and part-time cooks to work in one of our 4 dining venues. Our cook shifts end at 8 p.m., meaning no late nights and more time with friends and family. We work with fresh foods and we show off your creativity. Does having paid time off and benefits sound good to you? Learn more. Go to oaknall.com. Go Hawks!
Welcome back to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. Hawkeyes are going to have a little bit of a test here as they try to figure out what to do. Give me just a second here. Sorry about that. Buckeyes took set 1, 25-16. Set 2, 25-8. Wanted to give a shout out to Carrie Hamill. She was here a couple weeks ago, former Hawkeye volleyball player. I won't list the years to jinx her there, but led Iowa to the first ever NCAA championship appearance in 1989. Guess I gave her away there. She was in the Big Ten 1980s All-Decade team, first team All-Big Ten honoree. When she graduated, she was the all-time leader in blocks and kills, and 37 kills against Indiana. In 1988, tied the single-match school record. And I mentioned her. She was inducted into the Hawkeye Hall of Fame class. Not this past year, not 2022, but I missed it last year in 2021. So thanks for listening. She's in Chapel Hill, originally from Dubuque. I appreciate her tuning in and listening. Hawks will need to rebound here in set 3. And really, like we mentioned, it's about showing a little heart and a little fight this time. As Buckeyes took the first set 25-16, second set 25-8. Vanderwide to serve to start it off. Goes short. Buckeyes going to get that over. Hinkle, Vanderwide, Urquhart pushes it into the back corner, but wide. Now that one I liked. That was a better roll shot effort. Tried to get it into a spot. Didn't work out. Gonzalez back to serve. Goes to Vanderwide. Tessier. Urquhart. Scores. Mickey's got 4. Tied at 1 here in the early going. The Hawks just try to find a way now. Do whatever they can do. Hinkle. Good short serve. Moore. Tight. Pedraza pushes that. Moore tips it. Tessier. Hinkle behind her to Urquhart. Off the block, Pedraza. Murr. Londot dug by Vanderwide. Tessier chases it down, platforms it over. Urquhart has to tip and tips right in the net. 2-1 Buckeyes. Taylor will come back in to serve. Busy weekend for Hawkeye sports in general. The field hockey team traveled into Evanston today, 5th ranked team in the country, visited number 1, and the Hawks left Evanston winners. Vanderwide, Tessier, behind her to Anabanjo, scores. Give Toy the kill there. Yeah, the Hawkeye field hockey team avenged a couple losses last year, 2-0. The Hawkeyes scored 2 first-half goals and rode that. Volleyball is extremely good in the Big Ten. Field hockey might be even better. On Evangelio Gonzalez. Pedraza one-hands it. Hawks block it, but it falls back on the Hawkeye side. 3-2. Tennis teams down in Charlotte at the Charlotte Invite. Baseball got started yesterday. Londot to serve. Good flat serve. Hinkle, Ortega gets it to Jones in the middle. Moore digs it. Urquhart gets the kill on the overpass. Urquhart back to serve. Softball will start their fall season tomorrow against Simpson College. Of course, the football team is out in New Jersey. They'll take on Rutgers. Field hockey goes to Ball State on Sunday. Urquhart, Gonzalez, Pedraza, Londot. Good sharp cross, catches the line. Good sharp cross there from the back row, 4-3. Women's soccer will take on the same Buckeye squad in Columbus. Not this literal same Buckeye squad, but same school. Morbitzer, Ortega, Schmitz sails one. No touch called there. 5-3 Buckeyes. And this Hawkeye volleyball team will be back in action here at home against number 11 Purdue. And that game will actually be on ESPN, the real mothership. 5-3 Buckeyes. Vanderwide uses hands to Ortega, middle to Jones. Catches the back line and scores, 5-4. Amaya's got 5. See if the Hawks can stay in reach here. Diving play, Pedraza outside, Gonzalez tips off the block, but Hawks are in the net. No, actually Gonzalez is in the net. We're tied at 5. Jones again. Goes short. Morbitzer. Pedraza tips it over. Jones with the dig. Ortega. Back row to Urquhart. Dug by Murr. Pedraza. Gonzalez. Big swing wide. No touch. Hawks have the lead. 6-5. Hawks don't really care if it's a beauty contest. They just need points. And Jones sails it long, tied at 6. Rader to serve. Urquhart, good pass to Ortega. Behind her to Schmidt, off the block, back to the Hawkeye side. Hinkle, Ortega behind her to Urquhart. Tips, Gonzalez gets it. Pedraza, backside to Londot, scores. You see that a lot in the international game, that back right serving spot. And she gets up and just pounds it from back there. Kill number 8, hitting .438 on the night. Rader. Urquhart. Ortega outside to Vanderwide, off the block. That ball's in play. Londot comes over. Hinkle get eat up a little bit. Urquhart to Schmidt behind her. Goes sharp cross, dug by Londot. Urquhart again. Ortega, middle to McSweeney. No mistake there. Holy cow. Early in the season, there was a little challenge on getting the ball high enough on those quicks for Delaney. There's been an improvement here in the last few matches. Tied at 7 on the McSweeney kill. Little floor cleanup here. Back out and ready to go. Tessier, Gonzalez, Pedraza. Slide, blocked by Vanderwide. Vanderwide gets the better of Powell. Hawks retake the lead, 8-7. Tessier again. Morbitzer, bad pass, chased down by Londot. Gonzalez gets a chop. Hinkle, Tessier, McSweeney. Dug up, Pedraza, behind her to Londot. High off the block and scores. There's that play again. Tied at 8. Pedraza back to serve. She goes deep to Hinkle. Tessier behind her to Vanderwide. Murr gets the dig. Pedraza behind her to Londot. Rolls it over. Hawks are going to get a swing. Anabanjo tried sharp cross right into the net, 9-8. Pedraza again. Floats that one. Urquhart takes it. Tessier, Anabanjo in the middle. Woo-hoo. When my daughter played, that was the first play they ran in a lot of the club matches, was her coming right up the middle. And a good outside swing in that middle can do some serious damage. Anabanjo does it that time. Vanderweide goes short to 3. Pedraza middle attack. Dug by Anabanjo. Tessier outside. Urquhart off the block into the crowd. Hawkeyes retake the lead 10-9. Mickey's got 6. Vanderweide to fire. Floats it over again into that short spot. Hawks not paying attention though. Vanderweide with the dig. Hinkle, what a play to try to get it. Boy, Hawkeyes had that one. Let it get away. It's like they didn't quite track the ball there the whole time. Everybody was transitioning to spot. Didn't pay attention that ball was coming back. Tied at 10. Gonzalez picking her spot. Comes over to the 5 spot now. Comes forward. Fires it over. Vanderweide. Tessier. McSweeney. Has to go high to get it. Almost missed it. Moore. Off the block. Back. Pedraza. Murr. Lawn dot. High, wide, no touch. Oh, touch called. McSweeney tells coach she got it. 11-10. Londot first to double digits. Gonzalez again. Vanderweide, good pass this time. Tessier outside to Urquhart. Off the block, out of bounds. Tied at 11. Hinkle goes to Moore. That ball's tight. Londot, or I'm sorry. Oh, Vanderweide plays it. Tessier on a banjo behind her. Off Moore's head. I hope she's all right. She's a little. Gonzalez. Hinkle. Tessier. Jones. Block. Jones. Moore. Londot. Sails it. Touch called. That was Powell with the kill. Moore took the Anabanjo swing to the forehead. Hopefully she's all right again. She's kind of laughing about it. 12-11, Buckeyes on top. Taylor's been a menace back at the service line. Here she is again. Goes at Vanderweide. Good pass to Tessier. Behind her, Anabanjo. Off the block, Hawks score. Tied at 12. Toy's got 5 now. See if she can do something from the service line. Goes hard at Moore. That's a bad pass. Gonzalez, big high platform. Londot got a swing. Jones sitting right on top of it. Gets the block. Hawks retake the lead 13-12. Toy to serve again. Good sharp flat serve. Bad pass from Gonzalez. Moore chases it down. Murr will have to platform it over. Jones takes it with hands. Tessier outside to Urquhart. Off the block. Scores. 14-12 Hawks. Down referee giving the eyeball to Coach Oldenburg. Nothing coming. Going to let her team work through it. 14-12. Urquhart's got 8. On a banjo, good flat serve again. Gonzalez, better pass. Right side, Londot. Tips. Hinkle gets it platform. Hawks are going to get it up in the air. Vanderweide, roll shot, scores! That'll draw the timeout. 15-12. Hawks lead in the third. Timeout Buckeyes. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Quickstar goes the extra mile to make sure that you always have the freshest option because service and quality is what matters most. Visit any of our locations across Iowa. Hawkeyes on a nice run here in the third set. 4-0 scoring run has given them a 15-12 lead now. Urquhart with 8 kills for the Hawkeyes. Anabanjo with 5. Jones with 5. Hawks hitting .308 in the set after hitting negative .083 in the second. And after allowing the Buckeyes to hit .429 in the second, the Hawkeye defense has stepped up, holding the Buckeyes to 190. Again, sometimes your best defense is just making them score to win that point twice. 3 times. Anabanjo, good flat serve again. Ball's off the net, pushed it outside to Moore. It's behind her. Hinkle, easy dig. Tessier outside to Urquhart. Has the tip. Ball finds the floor. 16-12. Anabanjo in the spot. She's over in the 5 spot. She serves, goes sharp across the 5, sails it long. Aiming at the line judge, got a little too far. 5-0 run ends, but that's a pretty good best string of points for the Hawks. They still lead 16-13. Tessier, Anabanjo out. Schmidt, Ortega in. Londot to serve. Good flat serve again. Hinkle, it's a beauty to Ortega. Outside to Schmidt. Off the block, scores! Good to see Adina bounce back. She'd struggled there in her last rotation through. 17-13 Hawks. Schmidt's got a couple now. Murr really working over the floor over there. Wants a good dry spot. Urquhart to serve. See if she goes at Moore again. She does. Moore plays it. It's tight. Pedraza tips it. Hinkle one-hands it back onto the Buckeye side. Pedraza back behind her. Slide dug by Hinkle. Ortega chases it down. Double. Love the hustle. Tried to get down low and get it pushed up in the air, but called for double contact. 17-14. Morbitzer back in to serve. She's got a couple aces. Good flat serve to Hinkle. Ortega behind her to Vanderwide. Dug up. Pedraza outside. Gonzalez tips. Schmidt gets it. Hawks dig it. Vanderwide gets it over. Pedraza behind her. Sharp cross. Boy, Ortega was there and missed it. She'd want that one back, I think. Raider with the kill, 17-15. Raiders got 4. Hawks need a pass here. Don't want to let the Buckeyes get any closer. Morbitzer goes over at Vanderwide. Good pass to Ortega. Middle to Jones. Blocked, covered by Vanderwide. Ortega dumps, dug by Murr. Gonzalez, big swing, high off the block. Vanderwide gets it. Urquhart, Vanderwide. Dug by Murr again. Pushed outside, Gonzalez tips. Ortega gets it. Hinkle platforms it back to Schmidt, right side. Dug by Morbitzer. Pedraza. Gonzalez tips. Man, that sure looks like a throw. 17-16. Gonzalez has got 8. And the Hawks will go ahead and use the timeout. Hawks still lead 17-16, but we'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball. Buckeyes on a 3-0 scoring run have cut the Hawkeye lead. Hawks still on top, 17-16. Hawks 3-12 here in this set. Urquhart with 9 kills to lead the Hawks. Anabanjo with 5, Jones with 5. On the Buckeye side, it's Londot. She's got 10, hitting .381. Gonzalez had the last kill. She's got 8 now at .412. Moore's got 6. 23 assists dished out by Mac Pedraza. Go along, she's also got 6 digs. Give 5 blocks to Riley Rader. 5 digs for Murr, 5 digs for Gonzalez. 14 digs for Hinkle. Again, showing why she leads the Big Ten in that number. 17 assists for Tessier. Morbitzer fires it at Hinkle. Good pass, Ortega. Back behind her to Schmidt, blocked, covered by Ortega. Hinkle platforms it to Vanderwide. Rolls shot to Murr, good play there. Pedraza, Gonzalez, high off the block. Schmidt gets it. Ortega chases it down. Jones gets it. Tip back to the Hawkeye side. Hinkle, Ortega behind her to Urquhart. Wide. And that's the make the team make a couple of really good plays to score a point. Buckeyes did that there. Hawks couldn't do it. Fire it out of bounds. Tied at 17. Morbitzer, 8 Vanderwide up. Ortega back to her. Vanderwide off the block. Murr diving play. Pushed up high. Gonzalez, big swing, blocked out of bounds. Buckeyes have retaken the lead, 18-17. And Coach Barnes will go ahead and call the timeout. 18-17, Buckeyes retake the lead here in set 3. They lead 2-0. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. Iowa Volleyball is brought to you by University of Iowa Sports Medicine, offering sports injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation to athletes of all ages and skill levels. University of Iowa Sports Medicine, team physician of your Iowa Hawks. 5-0 run for the Buckeyes have given them the lead back here in set 3. They now lead 18-17. Be the 8th lead change. We've had 12 tie scores here in the 3rd set. Hawkeyes now out of timeouts. See what kind of fight they have left in them. It was a good response in set 3 after just getting run out of the arena in set 2. Morbitzer's had a good stretch here. Vanderwide, Ortega, slide to Jones. Down the line, off of Murr, scores. Hawks get the side out they needed. Stop the 5-0 run. We're tied at 18. Jones has got 6. Really limited swings tonight as the Hawkeye passing's been a little spotty. Jones serves. Drops in front of Murr. Back row, dug by Urquhart. Ortega outside. Vanderwide goes over Morbitzer. Pedraza, Gonzalez. Big swing off the tape. Hawkeye scores. Just the second error of the night for Gonzalez. The Hawks retake the lead, 19-18. Jones to fire. Goes at Murr. Good pass. Pedraza outside to Gonzalez. She got all of that one. That's 9, tied at 19. Rader back to serve. Spins it, comes forward from the 1 spot. Goes it. Urquhart shanks it off into the Hawkeye bench, 20-19. Ace number 9 for the Buckeyes tonight. Floats it over. Hinkle. Good pass to Ortega. Middle to McSweeney. Touch, scores. Tied at 20. Ortega out. Anabanjo in. Schmidt out. Tessier in. The transfer from Florida State will serve for the Hawks. Lilly floats it over, goes to Gonzalez. Pedraza, back to Gonzalez. Blocked! The Hawkeyes have the lead, 21-20. Eighth block for the Hawkeyes tonight. Tessier to serve. Goes to Morbitzer. Tight to Pedraza. Behind her to Londot. Tips. Tessier gets it. That ball's over and in play. Pedraza outside to Gonzalez. She has to tip. Tessier takes it. Hinkle. Anabanjo. Off the block. Scores! Hawkeyes lead 22-20. Timeout Ohio State. Hawkeyes stretched it out 22-20. We'll take the timeout. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans. Hawkeyes turn for a run as they lead, or they take a 3-0 scoring run to take a 22-20 lead. Paper's sticking together on my stat provider here. Couldn't get me the paper. Londot with 10, Gonzalez with 9, but the Hawkeyes have held the Buckeyes to 143 hitting in set 3 here. Shell Urquhart with 9 for the Hawks, 6 for Anabanjo, 6 for Amaya Jones as the Hawks hitting 286 here in set 3. Giving themselves a chance to extend the match. Tessier to serve. She goes at Gonzalez. Pedraza back behind her. That was Powell. 3 kills for Powell, and that stops the Hawkeye run, 22-21. Pedraza back to serve. Goes at Hinkle. Good pass to Tessier. Behind her to Vanderwide. Dug by Murr. That ball's going to come over as Murr plays it over. Urquhart, Tessier, Anabanjo. 23-21. Toys got 7. Vanderwide walks over to the 1 spot. Pounds it a couple times on the ground. A couple more bounces. Floats it over. Good pass. Pedraza middle attack. Boy, that was a good play there. Londot run out of the center. 23-22. Morbitzer's out. Moore is in. Gonzalez to the back row. Hawks need a side out. Vanderwide, good pass to Tessier, middle to McSweeney. Pedraza touches it, out of play, 24-22. Hawks with a chance to extend the match. McSweeney's got 5. Hinkle to serve for the set. Goes sharp at Murr in 6. Pedraza behind her, big swing. Touch called. Londot gets the kill. 24-23. Hawks will get another chance. Here comes the serve from Murr. Floats it over. Vanderwide steps in. Tessier, middle to Jones. Dug up Pedraza. Murr outside, right-hand swing. Vanderwide. Tessier chases it one hand. Not sure what the call is there. Says the ball was over. Jones touched it, though. Jones touched that ball before it went over. Tied at 24. Murr. Drop ball to Hinkle. Tessier behind her down. Banjo. Blocked onto the Hawkeye side. Match point for the Buckeyes. See if the Hawks can solve the problem here. Murr's been good at the line as well. Need one pass. Murr, good flat serve to Hinkle. That's a good one to Tessier. Behind her, Dana Banjo has to tip way too high. Pedraza, lawn dot, that'll do it. We're going to catch Coach Barnes here right after the game. 26-24, Buckeyes take the third, take the match. 25-16, 25-8, 26-24. Again, good fight, good battle. Buckeyes had just a little bit too much, especially there on the critical points at the end. We'll be back at noon on Sunday. I'll have you here in case you want to ignore the professional announcers and listen to me broadcast Hawkeye volleyball. Again, Coach Barnes going through the high five line here. We'll try to catch him right away if he comes over this way. If he goes to the locker room. He came back. He doubled back for me. As we've got Coach Barnes. Can you hear me, Coach?
Yes. Yeah.
Got me?
Gotcha.
I'll let you have those. I've got the... I guess I'd like to let's talk about the positive, the fight of the after maybe getting a little bit run out of the gym there in the second set. There was a lot of grit that came back in that third set, and even when Ohio State put a little run on you there, fought back there on the end. Is that the point by point?
Yeah, that's the only set we really played like we were capable and had our chance and should have finished it out, but. They got after us on the service line. They served us tough, and it's probably the most Addies struggled all season on serve receive, and we didn't respond to that really well. And we've been passing well this season, and we just did not tonight, and that's what made it easier for them the first two sets. But we certainly battled that third and had a chance. Yeah,
the second set, it seemed like you were just out of system so much. It was hard for your hitters to get good swings, and you couldn't get the ball where you wanted.
Right. Yeah, they served us tough, and we just did not handle it well. It's really the first time I've seen us struggle in that part of the game, and then sort of making some unforced errors because of bad passing. So.
Not going to get you in trouble with any officials or anything, but on that last play there, the 24-23 ball, It looked like Amaya touched it before it went over after Lily touched it. What's the I know she's a back row setter, but what's the idea there?
The middle that was up touched the ball too on the other side, so then it becomes Lily's back row.
Yep.
But I thought the same thing, me and Brian too, that AJ had touched it as well, but he we could have challenged that call, but he was pretty certain up there that that it was a back row setter. But we had a couple of close plays there that would have just finished the set out. The girl, she hits down the line, and somehow it nicks our libero on the way out. And she didn't know how it hit her either, but it was just a micro touch, and those are some close plays that would have got us that one set.
But overall, again, that was a little bit more of the one play at a time, and now you've got to fight for those breaks and a little bit of making your own. But you put yourself in a much better spot there, at least. Yeah,
we passed much better in the third set, and then you can see what we're capable of. We can, match teams kill for kill, and we just got to play clean in that, and we had an opportunity to win it. So we'll get back to work and make sure we clean up that serve receive.
Yeah, really held them to 225 there at the end. Purdue on Sunday. We'll be back here at noon, but I promised to keep you short, so I'm going to go ahead and let you get back to the team and talk to them. And thanks, Coach.
Thank you, John.
Coach Jim Barnes of your Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes fall in straight sets tonight, 25-16, 25-8, and then 26-24 there in the third. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back. We will be back on Sunday again. Hawkeyes play Purdue at noon. Again, that'll be on ESPN, but it'll be also right here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. So appreciate you listening. Appreciate you taking time out of your night to listen to Hawkeye Volleyball. We'll be back with a little bit more. I'm John Evans. We've been here at Extreme Arena. Buckeyes sweep the Hawkeyes tonight 3-0. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.